Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are coming up to the end of the year, so I thought I would make a video of all of my favorite shorter books that you can read fairly quickly in order to help you complete your Goodreads challenge. So all of these books are under 300 pages and they're all quick reads that I feel like you could easily read in a day. So the first one is a graphic novel called Bingo Love by T. Franklin. This is a female-female love story that spans over the course of 60 years. It starts in the 1960s and it is about two young girls who meet and they fall in love, but because of the time they weren't allowed to be together. And the graphic novel follows them all throughout their lives until present day when they reunite. I really loved this graphic novel. It was heartwarming and sad. I definitely teared up at times while reading this. And I really liked the art style. The art style is very cute and colorful. The next one is a novella by a very popular author that I feel like doesn't get enough attention, and that is Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So this is about a woman who finds out that her husband is cheating with another married woman, and so she sits down to write a letter to the woman's husband to let him know that their spouses are cheating. And the whole novella is correspondence back and forth between this woman and man talking about their spouses' affairs and how it's affecting them and what they're gonna do moving forward. And through those letters, they end up forming a very special bond with each other. I loved this so much. It's only about 100 pages, but it just packs such a punch and you feel so much for these characters. Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of the only authors who can fuck up all of my emotions in such a short amount of time. I was crying while reading this. It's just really great, and this is easily one that you could sit down and read in like an hour. So the next one is a novella that I've talked about quite a bit recently because I really loved it, and that is The Monster of Elendhaven by Jennifer Geisbrich. And this is a dark fantasy novella about a monster and a sorcerer who team up to get revenge. It is very dark, very gory. There is a male-male relationship between the two characters that surprisingly was very sweet, even though a lot of the basis of it was around darkness and them bonding over bad things that happened in their lives. It's also very humorous, and I just really enjoyed this. There's a couple twists that I didn't see coming. It's very dark, but I think if you like darker, gritty stories, you'll definitely like this one. Another Tor novella that I really liked is The Black God's Drums by P. Djeli Clark. This is a steampunk novella that takes place, it's like an alternate world, and it takes place in New Orleans, and the main character has dreams of flying in the aircrafts. She really wants to pilot one, so she stows away on one of the aircrafts, and she also has a secret. She has the spirit of an Orishan god living inside of her who speaks to her and grants her divine powers, and the god kind of has their own plans for what they want to do that don't necessarily align with the main character's plans. I really liked this. I thought the world building was great considering this is only about 100 pages, and I really liked the main character. The next one is, I believe, the only YA book on this list, and that is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. This is a female-female contemporary romance about this girl who goes to a boarding school in Scotland, and her roommate turns out to be the Princess of Scotland. Right away, they don't hit it off. They don't like each other. They're kind of adversaries, and they really have like an enemies to lovers romance. And I just thought this was really cute, really fluffy. I found myself smiling a lot while I read it, and this is the companion or sequel to, I believe it's called Prince Charming, but you don't have to have read Prince Charming to read Her Royal Highness. It definitely can stand on its own. And then the last 4 books that I'm going to talk about is the Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire. Are we surprised? No. Am I ever gonna stop talking about this series? No. Literally my goal in life is to get every single person to read this series. If for some reason you've never heard of it, you've never been on my channel, you have no idea what this is. The Wayward Children series, the first book being Every Heart a Doorway, is about children who have found their way into other magical worlds via doorways or portals, and they have an amazing adventure, and then they come back to the real world and they have a hard time integrating back into real life and into a world without magic. So they end up at this boarding school together, and the first book follows a character named Nancy, who she had been in the underworld and now she's back, and the children at the boarding school are being murdered mysteriously. So the first book is like a murder mystery, but every book pretty much can stand on its own. Some of the books take place in our world at the boarding school, and some of them follow the children as they were in their magical worlds. I go back and forth with which book is my favorite. As of right now, I think In an Absent Dream is my favorite. I just really liked Lundy as a character. In that one we were following Lundy, and we went to the world of the Goblin Market, which was very interesting. I change my mind every single day about which one is my favorite, because that's just how much I love this series. And they're all very short. They're all about 150 pages. You could probably read all 4 of them in a day. I've done it. It wouldn't be very hard. So those were some of my favorite shorter or quick reads to help get you one step closer to your Goodreads goal. Let me know in the comments if any of you have completed your Goodreads goal, how you're doing. Are you like crazy far behind? Let me know. I actually think I'm 2 books away from 100, which I'm excited about, but I feel like I have to pick my 100th book very carefully because I want it to be like a really good pick, you know? I don't want to read just any old book as my 100th book. So let me know how you guys are doing with your goals. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!